What's happening? We was having a little technical difficulties, but we in this thing here. We here, we here, we here, we here. How's everybody doing? I hope that everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful New Year's Eve. Uh, I am just enjoying myself right now. Uh, I have taken my last shower for the 2023. I had to make sure that I did that. But now that the shower is over with and done and all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? My body's clean, you know what I'm saying? My skin is somewhat moisturized. I can't do shit about these ass hands. They just all the time. But it is what it is. You know, I started this journey with doing podcasting and I didn't know where it was going. I realized that I had become hooked on doing it. And because I was hooked on doing um, I I I told myself that I wanted to make sure that I did come on here. I'm going to attempt to stay here until we bring in the new year, right? And I don't mean bring the new year in California. I want to bring the new year right here in you know what I mean, on the Eastern Standard. So everybody from New York all the way down to Florida, Georgia, and everywhere in between on the East Coast. Those that I'm talking to currently. So I have my tablet right here, so I'm looking at some stuff, but more importantly, I just want to thank everyone that has had an opportunity to view at least 10 seconds of any episode that I have put out, uh, since I started this journey back in October, right? Um, I want to let everyone know that, you can find me on, on here on Facebook. You can also find me on, YouTube and on IG, right? Uh, right now, the way that the IG stuff is set up, I can only be live on IG for an hour. Uh, so those of you that may be watching me on IG, I see your little fantastic results. Those of you that might be watching me on IG, go ahead and subscribe, to my page on YouTube. You know what I mean? That way, once my hour is up, you won't get cut off. 'Cause we don't want you to get cut off. But that's what they're doing. It is what it is. But more importantly, it ain't what it ain't. Um, I want to kind of uh start today's show by simply uh talking about a few people, right? Uh, there are a few people have been very instrumental uh, in me doing and continuing to do what I do here on this platform. Be it if you're watching me on Facebook, if you're watching me on YouTube, or if you're watching me on Instagram, uh, there are a few people that I know that I couldn't do this thing without. Um, and it goes without saying that um, I could not do anything that I do without my higher power, right? Um, so I thank the Lord for just allowing me to be able to do what I do. Secondly, it also should go without being said that, uh, the support that I have from my family, uh, is is unprecedented. I don't take that support for granted. Uh, so shout out to my family, my daughter, my wife, my son. Uh, I could not do what I do without y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Mm. I also wanna talk to, uh, some of my, relationships that I have developed, uh, in the World Wide Web, right? And one of those people, um, that kinda unbeknownst to her, she inspired me, right? Uh, I don't know her well, I do know her real name, but we don't wanna say folks' real name out here. We wanna use they name, right? They Instagram name or they TikTok name. But there's a young lady, uh, TK. TK, on the, I've watched her on TikTok, and I see that she was wanting podcast, and I see that she was, wanting to do just a lot of things, and she kinda inspired me to go ahead and get stuff done even though she has not done hers yet, but she on the way, you know what I mean? She's on the way. I'm looking through a lot of my stuff that's going on Facebook right now, and so, I just wanna talk about that for a minute, right? I also wanna talk about, one of my Facebook friends. I have not known her that long on Facebook. Uh, I wanna shout out the new Miss Petway. She got married today, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? She got married today, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to her, you know what I'm talking about? But there's another young lady, uh, by the name of Monica. Some of you know her because Monica was, on the show last week. I wanna shout out Monica, you know what I'm talking about? And, she's another person that's, on the come up, that's doing things and is going to be doing great things, right? Uh, and I'll give more and more and more and more shout outs, as we progress along. But I wanna talk about the year. Most people, when they do a yearly wrap up of, whatever year we're in, they talk about things that happened in the news. They talk about things that were trendy, talk about things that were popular, and that's fine. But I wanna talk about me for a minute. Um, and what I wanna do, hey, let me holler at you real quick one time for the one time. Hey, this one of my coworkers right there. Hey, how you doing? Let me speaking of coworkers, I'm not gonna say what I call you at work, but for those that don't know, I give a lot of my coworkers nicknames, right? Uh, and I dropped the ball because I was going to do and I still gonna do it, but, I'm gonna create a collage of all of the coworkers that I have and that have nicknames from me. Now, some of the nicknames are wonderful, but the truth be told, with some of I don't even know their real damn name until they pop up on my motherfucking Facebook, right? But I have, like, one girl, her name is Uglyfoot. I have a guy named Teen. I have a girl, uh, uh I have one girl, her name was one lady, her name was, Extra Virgin Olive Oil, but I changed her name recently. Uh, her name is now the Mighty Clouds of Joy. Uh, I have, uh, uh, I have, more to come back. I have Backward Draw. Hopefully, I'll get Backward down here and do an episode with me. You know what I'm talking about? I have a former coworker called No Draws. You know what I'm talking about? I have a track star. I have a coworker, oh man, I have so many different nicknames. I have 2 people that are very religious. One of them is, uh, called the Holy Ghost Gangster. You know what I'm saying? The other one is called Holy Shit. And I have and for the record, I have those people's numbers saved in my phone by the name that I give it, because how else would I recognize them? I just got a text message the other day from the first lady. Uh, I have a number 1 and a number 2, and I just wanna make sure I say this for the record. Number 1 is that's number 1, right? I have a grits and I have a sweet grits. You know what I'm talking about? I have ankles. You know what I'm talking about? I have a shit starter. I'm looking through my phone real quick, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I have a lot of people that I give nicknames to. I didn't say this young lady's name here. She got 2 names too, but the second name that I gave her, that shit don't count no more because she done oh, yeah, I forgot about Virginia Slim, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got Virginia Slim, I got Peter, I got, what's that big ass girl name? Uh, oh, her name ain't shit. Uh, I got a Hershey, I got a Hercules, you know what I'm talking about? I got a Can't Sing. Oh, yeah, I got a highlighter. Come on, help me out now. You know I got some more of 'em. I got a Ugly Foot. Who else I got? Lil Ashy and Big Ashy. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about that's 2 different people. I got a Troublemaker. I got a Butcher Knife. You know what I'm saying? My daughter-in-law, there you go. Come on now, come on now. You know I be, uh, yeah, daughter-in-law. Who else I got? Nintendo. You know what I'm talking about? I had a dream about Nintendo the other day. I'm gonna tell you about that dream. But yeah, I got a Nintendo. Uh, Mother Oil. Uh, I got Mother Oil and Motor Oil. You know what I'm talking about? Who else? I got a Hellfire and a Damnation. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm fuck with DW. Well, I never really did fuck with DW. But I got a DW. You know what I'm talking about? I'm looking through the building in my head. You know what I'm talking about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got a what's her name? Uh, Not Gonna Cry. You know what I'm saying? Not Gonna Cry. Goonies, yeah, come on now. 15, 11. I have a future ex, what I call her? Uh, uh, step baby mama. Yeah, step baby mama. Come on now. That's 12. I got a Ninja Turtle. 14, 15. I got an Elmo. Mm, Fingertips and thumbprint. I got monkey toes. You know what I'm talking about? Come on now. Uh, 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 17, 18, 19, 20. First lady. Say her already. First lady. 26, 30. I know I got some more. Oh, I got Angel Soft. Yeah, I got Angel Soft. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, Lord, Angel Soft. 'Cause that thing there, boy. Ooh. Angel Soft, Hercules, walking around, making my way back. Hershey. I got a bunch of them now. Church Booty. I forgot about Church Booty. You know what I'm talking about? Moonlight. I forgot about Moonlight right quick. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, bank robber, you know what I'm talking about? Jiggle, 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 Cinemax. Come on now, I got a bunch of nicknames for my coworkers now. Lil Leg, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, I want to say, just, Lil Legs, we think about you. You know you're going through a lot of stuff right now, you know what I'm saying? But we thinking uh, did I say Nintendo? Let me tell y'all the story right here about Nintendo, right? See, in order for you to understand Nintendo, Nintendo is, uh, she's a African American female who is kind of will put you in the mind of someone that is, she's a video gamer, which is why she got the name. You know what I'm saying? She's of gothic. She's kind of emo. You know what I'm talking about? And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But you can't see it right now because I got I don't have all the lights out, but I have most of the lights. I have a studio right here behind me. And I had a dream that she stepped outside of her comfort zone and did a photo shoot with me. And the photo shoot that she did with me was kind of revealing, right? And it was a complete shot that did the shoot, and the shit came out surprisingly well, right? She went and got just a bunch of shit, you know what I'm talking about? But then when it came time for when she got the pictures back and she was excited and started to put them up and stuff like that, and she got hit up, and she ended up becoming a famous model, but she didn't reach back to me. She got the fame, and I got fucked over, right? But it is what it is. Uh, so yeah, so that's I just went through all of my coworkers' name real quick. Uh, for 2024, I don't want to make any I don't wanna make any resolutions, but what I want to say is, uh, sometimes in life, I'm not happy all the time. I'm not happy with the way that things are going, sometimes personally, sometimes professionally, I'm not happy. But just because I'm not happy doesn't mean that I'm not grateful, right? Just because I'm not happy doesn't mean that I'm not grateful. Uh, there are more days that I go to work and I don't like my job than there are days when I go to work and I do like my job. But with all of that being said, B, how you doing? You know what I'm talking about? B, I see you over there you know what I'm talking about? Uh, but there are days where there are more days that I don't like my job than there are days that I do like my job, but I'm grateful and I'm thankful for the fact that I even have a job because some people don't even have that, you know what I mean? And so I am stepping into an era of my life where I understand and I realize that being grateful and thankful sometimes is better, very rare, but it's better than happiness. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so for me, in just this instant, uh, I may not be happy with my job, but I'm grateful for it. You know, I may not be. Now, the issue also is that there are a lot of people that I work with that understand that when I come to work, if I'm unhappy about something, I'm gonna vocalize it. I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna bite my tongue. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. If there's something that needs to be said, I'm gonna say it. And a lot of the times, I understand that if I worked in any other industry, with the attitude that I have, the mouth that I have, I probably would be standing either in front of or standing in the unemployment line. I understand that, which again is why I am grateful for the job that I have. Miss Taylor, what's going on? I appreciate you for watching me over there on IG. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, you know what I'm saying? You can watch me right now, watch this live on IG, Facebook, and on YouTube. I got about 40 minutes left on IG they cut the, uh before they cut the live over there. I only get 1 hour over there, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I appreciate you for checking me out over there on IG, you know what I'm talking about? But, that's what I'm going to carry into, uh, 2024. I'm gonna carry a sense of gratefulness. I'm going to carry a sense of gratefulness because I understand that even though I don't like my job or that I don't like this person or that I don't like this situation, uh, all of these things that I don't like could potentially be something that I could learn from. We can all learn from any and every, you know what I mean? And so with all of that being said, I'm grateful and I'm thankful for, a lot of stuff, right? Um, but, I also want to, uh, just take some time now because the majority of the people that, uh oh, I don't care about that. I'm scrolling on Facebook. Uh, I also realize and understand that there are, uh aspects that a lot of people look at, yearly. As we come to the end of the year, we always look at all of the stories and stuff that made headlines, and people wanna get online, talk about those things, and that's cool, that's wonderful, that's smart, right? But we also don't realize that the people that we encounter online that will actually talk back to us, the people that we encounter online that have access to us. There are people that are online that we even see on a day-to-day basis, your coworkers, your friends, your weed man, whoever it is. These people are all going through different things throughout the year, and sometimes we don't even realize that these people are going through those things, right? Talking with one of my coworkers, um, a couple of weeks ago, right? Her work name is, Can't Sing, uh, and I got another coworker named Mighty Mouse, you know what I'm saying? But, I was talking with her, and I was talking with her because I wanted her to, potentially, uh, come on this platform and to talk about something that we both kinda have in common. Um, and the thing that we have in common, honestly, is, uh, we struggle with grief, but we're struggling differently, right? Um I don't know how to grieve. Uh, my father has been gone for 3 years, uh, and sometimes me not knowing how to grieve, kind of, in a way, makes me feel like I'm not the son that I should have been to him and for him because I haven't grieved for him, right? Meanwhile, she I took pictures at her wedding, in September of last year, and, um, she has been someone who's been very transparent about a lot of the things that have been going on with her husband. Her husband fell ill, uh, and less than a year after, she had gotten married, she had to bury her husband. She is on the opposite end of the spectrum with from me, because she grieves, and she grieves hard, and, sometimes you look at the 2 ends of the spectrum, one end wishes they could be on the opposite end, right? I wish I could do what you're doing, and maybe she wishes that, she could move the way that I move, and so, um, that's been a struggle that I have been dealing with, not just this year, but especially in 2023 because, uh, the further away I get from the time that he passed away, the more and more I realize that I haven't grieved and I want to grieve. I kinda need to grieve, right? So that is something that has been going on continuously for the totality of this year, right? Um, One of the other things for me that has been going on this year, uh, let's go to a good thing, right? I've been trying to get involved with my daughter's school, primarily with my daughter's, middle school marching band. My daughter attends, middle school. I'm not gonna tell you well because I want your business. I don't want y'all to come try to do nothing to my baby because I got that thing on me. Uh, but as someone who participated participated in marching bands on the middle school, the high school, and the collegiate level, um, some things that are once it's in you, it's in you. And I went to when she was in the 6th grade, not 6th grade, 7th grade, I went to go watch her band perform at a parade, and when I watched them perform, I immediately said to myself, "These young folks need some help." So I reached out to the band director, and I told him, I said, "Yo, we we gotta help these kids because they don't look right." And so when football season came this year, I'm on top of it. I'm out there helping with the band, and I'm out there doing all these things, and it was good, it was wonderful. But my daughter got to see yet another side of me that she doesn't see on a regular basis. The very first day that I walked in at band practice, my daughter walked up to me and she said, "Hey, daddy." I just stared at her. I just stared at her. And then the next thing that came out of my mouth was, "Between the hours of 4:30 and 6:30, when I am on this campus, I'm not your daddy. I'm Mr. Silence." And she tightened up, you know what I'm saying? And to be able to go out there and see her maneuver the way that she maneuvers, and to see that these kids, have taken a liking to me, but more importantly, to see that these kids have placed themselves in a position to be able to learn, to be able to accept, uh, eh, direction from me is awesome, you know what I mean? It is rewarding to be able to go to these kids. It is rewarding to be able to go to these kids and to see that these kids, appreciate the help that you're providing to them, to see the help that you're providing for them, and for them to understand that I'm in a place of trying to help them get where they need to be. You know what I mean? That's where I am, right? Um, so that's a cool thing, right? The other part that I look at and I understand is that, um, is as much, I realize that I have a I have a thing about me where I love to complain, right? I have a thing about me where I love to complain, alright? How you doing, baby? Thank y'all for, those of you that's over there watching me on IG, I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm talking about? Over there, if you're still over there watching me on IG, I see I don't know which one of y'all over there, you know what I'm saying? But make sure that you go subscribe to my page right there on YouTube, you know what I'm talking about? Go to YouTube, type me in, and hit that subscribe button, you know what I'm talking about? But, yeah, man, it's just weird to be able to see that I have that thing where I can find something to complain about all the time, and I need to change. I need to get rid of that. That shit don't need to exist in me. You know what I'm talking about? I need to get rid of that. But, it is what it is. More importantly, it ain't what it ain't. Hello. You know what I'm talking about? And I am, you see, I'm multitasking all over the place, right? Um, back in April, um, I may have talked about it on a previous episode before, but, back in April, I had to go to Mississippi to see about my son, and, my son was in a bad way, and that was the a low point for me, to have to know that you looking at your son and not sure if he gonna make it through the weekend. That was a low point. I talked to him a lot this year after that because I realized that, um, you don't know how much time you got left with nobody. You know what I mean? You don't know how much time you got left with nobody, so you have to make the best of every moment that you have with anybody. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't just apply to your family members. It can apply to your coworkers. It can apply to anybody. You don't know how much time you have left with anyone. So every interaction that you have with anyone should be a positive one. It should be one that that is uplifting. It should be that is memorable. It should be one that you don't I don't want, not that I care, right? But because the older that I mean, when I was younger, I cared so much about people's approval. I cared so much about acceptance, right? Uh, the older I get now, though, uh, I look at it differently. I still don't give a fuck about your approval of me, right? But what I do care about is I want to ensure that there's not a you cannot like me, that's fine. I don't want you to hate me. I don't wanna put myself in a situation or say anything or do anything that's gonna cause anyone to have to speak ill about me. and the ill that they speak is the truth, right? You can't control what a motherfucker say when they lying on you, but if they're speaking the truth and it's ill, sometimes we have to understand that hearing things about yourself, hearing bad things about yourself, is not always a bad thing. Sometimes we need to hear those bad things about oneself in order to make corrective actions so that we can prepare ourselves to be better people. We have to be better people to the people that care about us. We have to be better people for those that actually give a fuck about what goes on with you, right? I'll give you a good example. Um, to some people, I am replaceable, right? At my job, for example, at my job, I know that my management team, if I died today, my management team would probably say, "Oh, this nigga is replaceable. We can find somebody else to take his damn spot. We can find somebody else to do what he does." Right? Now, you can find somebody to do what I do, but they're not gonna be able to do it the way that I do it. But at the end of the day, I'm replaceable. But to some of my coworkers, they will look at my loss and see it as a tremendous loss. If I died, I know if I'm really sit down thinking about it, I know at least 2 people that would take my loss kinda hard, and one of those 2 people will probably, like, not come to work because they so fucked up that I'm dead, right? And so, and I'm looking at a lot of those things, and, the older that you get, the more you start to look at your own mortality, and you look at your own the impression that you leave on in life, not on life, the impression that you leave in life with the people that you encounter on a regular basis. And I say all of that simply to say that when I was looking at my son and looking at all of the shit that he was dealing with and looking at, the simple fact that, but damn, I could end up losing my son. I realized in that moment, I'm like, yo, this, I need to be able to do whatever I can do to not any issues that me and my son have, I want to rectify those issues. Any issues that me and him have, I want to rectify them because I didn't want to lose my son in late April, and we didn't have an opportunity to rectify anything that we had going on. "Hey, hey, Monica, how you doing?" You know what I'm saying? I was gonna get to you in a minute because 'cause I'm ready to run down your list, you heard me? Or you want me to wait before I run down your list? You just letting me know. You know what I'm talking about? Let me know. Yeah, I'm getting text messages and shit, so, it is what it is, right? But ultimately, and those of you that are watching me on Instagram right now, you probably got another 20 minutes before you would, have to switch over to, YouTube to watch me or whatnot. Correct. Uh, yeah. So, with all that being said, let's lighten it up a little bit, right? Uh, there's a young lady that's currently watching on YouTube, right? Let me go to my notes, right. This young lady has a list, right? Now, I so she has a list of criteria that she is looking for her man. Now, remember, I had a list of people. I had another list from my other coworker, well, for a coworker, because Monica's not a coworker of mine, right? But um, her list is not as, I don't want to say outlandish, but it ain't as far out there as my other coworkers' list, right? But I'm going right down the list. She has 10.5 things that guy uh has to be able to do, right? Number one on the list, this man must know who God is and have to have morals and values of decency. I ain't finna touch that because that is self-explanatory. So, fellas, if you don't have number one, you can skip the rest of the podcast because that shit that just it speaks for itself, right? Number two, you have to be a leader and a protector. You cannot be afraid to speak up for what's right or wrong, right? Now, Monica, right? You saying that he has to be a leader, or if he is, see, now this is where shit gets crazy, right? Because you can be a leader and a protector, and this man can be someone who speaks up for what's right or wrong. But here's where people get stuff up. Right? Where is he leading you? What is he protecting you from? Right? You have to be very specific with your list, right? You have to be very specific with your list, right? Because sometimes you say he has to be a protector. Is he protecting you from all of the shit that's going on in the world, or is he protecting himself from you? Because you might be the problem. I'm just saying, right? Number three, he has to have financial stability, so I won't be worried about shit. I don't wanna be worried about the damn house note, and if my tire go flat, I don't wanna have to fix shit. Right, so you want a handyman, and you want somebody who can take care of the bill, right? Imma tell you the same thing that I told my coworker when she created her list, right? No, I'm gonna wait till the end of the list, right? I'm gonna wait till the end of the list. He has to be romantic and spontaneous. That's an area where a lot of us as men, we have a tendency to fall to the wayside because we we do the shit that we do the shit we are spontaneous and romantic in the infancy of our relationship, but we don't always do those things, uh, as the relationship starts to get older and start to stale, and you know what I'm saying? We don't always do that, so I'm with you on that one, right? Now, I'm not making this up. This is her list. Number 6, I'm gonna put number 6 at the very end. I'm gonna put number 6 at the very end, right? So we're gonna make number 7 number 6. Number 6, No smokers, please, and you can't be an alcoholic. If you drink, you gotta know when enough is enough, and we're gonna put that last part with number 6, right? You got to know when enough is enough, and there's absolute truth to that. So, when you say no smokers, are you talking about smoking of any kind at all? Like, you don't want him to smoke no cigarettes, you don't want him smoking no reefer, you don't want him smoking no nothing, right? We need specifics, right? Number 7, you can't be lazy. She needs someone with drive, ambition, and a little energy, right? Uh, uh, Number 8, you got to be at least 40-year-old, 40 and up. So anybody that's, younger than that, y'all can kick rocks, right? She is exactly 10 years younger than me, so she wants somebody at least 4 years older than her. If you got kids, but you don't take care of your own kids, you can get the hell on. That them not her words, I'm just paraphrasing. Let me use her exact words. Let me not do that. If he has kids but doesn't take care of them, it's a no-go. I have one son. He would have to be cool with children. If he has a relationship with God, he would know how to treat a lady of morals because I'm a lady. Now, let's go back to number 6, right? The original number 6. And we're gonna make sure that we put this out here the way that she put it out here. Imma read it just the same way that she put it out here now. She says, and I quote, "He has to have a working dick. It's been a very long time since I had one. Stamina is important." She wants you to put that work in, fellas. She wants you to put that work in. If you ain't putting that work in, you can get that right? If you ain't putting that work in, you can get the hell on. Now to add to that, if you drinking, you got to be able to you can still drink, she doesn't say you can drink, but if you drinking, you gotta still be able to put that work in, because the last part of that other sentence said, uh, if he drinks, he has to know when enough is enough and still be able to flow. Hello, you know what I'm talking about? So, if you if you with her, you gotta be able to lay that thing down. Speaking of laying that thing down, ladies and gentlemen, whoever ends up with her was gonna also end up getting a free package of L'Oreal. Where the camera at? Of L'Oreal. L'Oreal is the thing that you need to have for, I'm gonna read it right here for you, right? It is silky latex undies for STI protection during cunnilingus and women. That's right. I know for a fact that these right here, which are FDA approved, right? These are FDA approved, uh, and this is good, right? The indications for use state that Lorels for protection are used as a barrier when engaging in oral to vaginal sex and oral to anal sex to help reduce the transmission of microfibrils, harmful pathogens, and sexually transmitted Lorels fit just like your favorite lingerie or undies for hands-free exploration, safer oral sex, and all the pleasure you deserve. L'Oreal's Fit's waist and hip size is 26 inches to 51 inches. Gusset area, which is 6.4 inches wide, covers the genital region during intimate contact. Waistband area keeps the gusset area in place. Make sure that you go to www.l'oreals.com and pick up you a pair. However, if you are trying to date Monica, and Monica, uh, you make it past the damn 90-day period, the probation period for dating Monica, I will supply you with your own 4-pack of L'Oreal's Silky Latex Undies for STI protection during cunnilingus and the Remy, right? And for those of you that don't know what cunnilingus and the Remy is, so you have to put these shits on when you're getting ready to eat that monkey. And for those of you that do more than just eat monkey, and you also like to goddamn go to that back door, you know what I'm talking about, and lick that back, that's what you wear these for. That's what you put these on for. You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead and get you a pair. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, that's that. So Monica, I know that this is gonna go down for you. You know what I'm talking about? And so we looking forward to it. There's a few people again. Let me mention some other people. There's some few people that I know that are in the process of trying to get their own podcast going, and I can't wait for them to get their podcast going because when they do, I'm going to make sure that I subscribe to what they're doing. Uh, Again, I mentioned a young lady named TK earlier. You know what I'm saying? With her, and wait for her to get started because I know her shit gonna be off. Yep, excuse me. Uh, and then there's a young lady, Khadijah, I can't wait for her to get back uh, because she was doing some awesome stuff and she was doing good with her promotions and things like that. And so I'm looking forward to her getting back on her thing. You know what I'm talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, it's currently 11:09 p.m. Means we are 51 goddamn minutes away from the new damn year. You know what I'm talking about? And so with that being said, why do I have all these apps open? Right? Um, I can't spell. There we go. Right. So yeah, you know what I'm talking about? I'm looking at a lot of stuff. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about this real quick too. Um, Earlier today, as much as it pains me to say it, I was devastated at the simple fact that my Philadelphia Eagles lost today. They lost today, and I'm upset about it. But what can you do? You know what I'm talking about? What can you do? You know, it is upsetting. Uh, I am I'm getting messages from everywhere. So, y'all just excuse me, right? Um, yeah, I'm upset at the fact that we lost to the Cardinals of all people. You know what I'm talking about? But, well, what can you do? What can you do? I'm also upset at the fact at the game yesterday and looking at how, like, I wanna say that Detroit did it to themselves, but the refs did it to them as well. Um, but, we can talk about that later because I don't have to get into it with a whole bunch of, Cowboy fans because you know how I feel about the Cowboys. If you don't know, fuck them. That's how I feel about it. Fuck them. Fuck them. Right? Uh, Also, Monica, I didn't get a chance to show you what this was here. So, you said earlier, and what number was it? Let me go back to my notes real quick. You said in number 6 that it has been a long time since you had a working penis. When you do get a working one, you might wanna utilize this. Well, you could probably use this before. right? So let's open this up. This is a thing by Savage Fenty. You can't see it, you know, unless I put my hand up over it. You still can't see it. But it's by Savage Fenty. But you can see this. This says Savage Fenty right here. Right? It's a paddle, right? You know what I'm talking about? It's a very nice little paddle right here. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You know, and so you can probably use one of these, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know, and I just want for the record for people to understand, I just want to say this for the record. I don't know Monica like that. I don't know her like that at all. Honestly speaking, I have never seen Monica in person, and all I have seen of Monica is, what she has posted on her TikTok and what she has posted of herself on TikTok from a physical standpoint has been just her torso. I don't know how much ass she got, but this right here might that might get the goddamn job. To the future Mr. Monica, and I know I shouldn't say it that way, but to the future Mr. Monica, uh, you might need to go to Savage Fenty and get you one of these right here. Get you one of these paddles. Let me see if directions in here, anything like that. She said it'll break. Uh, I don't think that son bitch gonna break. I don't think it's gonna break. Again, I don't know what kind of booty you got. You know what I'm talking about? But I don't think it'll break. This thing here, yeah. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But again, you might have kind of ass. Talking about. Well, see, there's the other part too, because some folks got booties and some folks got asses. There's a difference. You know what I'm talking about? Some folks got booties and some folks got ass. Sometimes you got to say that with your whole chest. But this one has not been used on nary a ass. But this hang tag and care label must be attached for all returns and exchanges. Right. This is a denim and lace paddle, navy. You talking about? Oh, we got the price on it. You can get this right here for $30, 29.95. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get you one of them. Anybody that's out there that's listening, go ahead and get you one. But if uh, Monica, if you pass the test, when you get her, you get uh one of these from me, and you get to use this on. But she gonna provide it for you because she likes shit like that. And I don't even know her like that, but I feel like I know in my spirit that she likes shit like that. I know it. I feel it. I feel it deep down. You know what I'm talking about? I feel it deep down. And uh, I want to shout out a few people real quick. Number one, I think I mentioned it earlier, but uh, I mentioned it earlier on Facebook. It is still not too late for some of y'all. You got if you're on the East Coast, uh, on East Coast time, you got a few minutes. You got a few minutes to be able to take a shower, man. You got time to take a shower. You got a few minutes to take a shower. Go ahead and take a shower. You know what I'm talking about? Those of you that's in other time zones, you got plenty of time. Go wash your ass. It ain't too late to take that last bath for 2023. It ain't too late. And I looking on Facebook, and when I made that post on Facebook to tell people it wasn't too late to take a bath, that was about 4 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? One of my partners, he said he done took 3 showers today, the 3 baths today. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else said it ain't too late to buy a stick of deodorant. Sometimes you have to realize that some of us, some of us didn't grow up on sticks of deodorant. Some of us grew up on Tussie. You open that thing up and get your 2 fingers and dig it up under there and just put it on there. Y'all know I'm telling my age a little bit. Telling my age a little bit. Right. This person said she just got out the shower 4 hours ago. She got just took hers and she said she just took one. She just took her last shower. She should say she took her last shower of 2023. She made it seem like Keisha Smith. You made it seem like you just took your last shower forever. I hope not. I hope not. Um, yeah, man. So we got to do what we got to do. So, but here's the other part of that, Monica. If you still watching, the other part of that, you have to ask yourself this question, and I really want you to think about this. I really want you to think about. I want you to ponder this. We just lost the live on IG. You know what I'm talking about? Uh, but it is what it is, right? Uh, but the thing that I want you to understand, and I want everyone to understand, when you come up with these lists, I want you to ask yourself, are you yourself? Are you the list as well? Are you the list? And what I mean by that is all of the qualifications that you have for these men, and men, all of the qualifications that you have for these women. Are you the list as well? Can you be all of the things that you require? Can you? Because if you can't, then yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Oh Lord, how these folk gonna send me a message? You know what? I ain't finna even entertain that. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Oh my God. Yeah. So in any event, you know what I'm talking about. I just want people to understand and know that it is important for you to be able to look at your 2023. Look at all of your setbacks. Look at all of your setbacks. Look at all of the things that didn't go the way that you want them to go. And once you look at those things, I want you to find out deep within what could you have done to change those things, right? And if there are things that you could have done to change them, go ahead and make the necessary changes so that you don't make those mistakes again. But if there's nothing that you could have done, if there's truly nothing that you could have done to change the outcome of anything that went negatively in your life, don't make too much of a deal about it because you did all you could do. You did all you can do, and that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Hey man, look here. You know what I'm talking about? For those of you that are because I'm sitting here looking on. Oh my god. Mm, mm, mm. Ain't no way, bro. I'm sitting here looking at. Yeah, ain't no way, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me tell y'all something. Like some people, when they lose weight, some people when they lose weight, they look good with all that extra weight loss. But then there's some people that lose a whole lot of weight, and it's like you need some of your meat back because you look thickly. I need you to get that meat back. I need you to realize when you done lost too much goddamn weight that you need some of your meat back. All the fat ain't bad fat. I need you to get some of your fat back. And I'm not finna talk about who I'm talking about. Well, I'm talking about them, but I ain't finna call their name. But I'm scrolling my own Facebook page, and I just seen somebody who done lost a whole lot of weight. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. They're almost unrecognizable. You know what I'm talking about? I need y'all to realize when I need y'all to realize that, man, when y'all done lost weight, man, you know, that there has to be a stopping point. Y'all remember back in the I'm telling my age a little bit, but if you remember when Oprah Winfrey first came out, she was, you know, a thick woman. And then she lost a whole bunch of weight and got down neck was little as hell, and her head was still big. She still had big ass hair. She just looked odd. When Luther lost all that weight, still sounded good. He just looked odd because they had the little ass necks and big ass heads. You know what I'm talking about? They just looked weird. That's how some of these folks look. You know what I'm talking about? I need y'all to understand that when you lose this weight, when you lose this goddamn weight, remember that some of you ain't going it ain't gonna look right. It don't. You know what I'm talking about? It don't. Um oh, they shooting outside. Let's get that thing on me right quick. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know what I'm saying? Ultimately, man, again, I excuse me. I'm looking forward for next year in terms of what I'm doing here. Because I know that I'm going to have a lot more people that I'm going to have on. I'm going to uh I'm waiting on two of my coworkers to set up times that they will be willing to come and record episodes with me. I feel like one of my coworkers is going to be a perfect fit for for me to do these episodes and stuff like that. I feel like she's going to be a perfect fit. Right. Another coworker of mine, I think that she would be different, but she would also be a perfect fit as well because the first one is she and I are too much alike. The other one, she and I so opposite. You know what I mean? And I think that either way it goes, I think we're gonna have fun. But we have a lot of people that have wanted to do episodes here, and we working it out. You know what I'm talking about? We working it out. We gonna figure out how to make it happen and shit like that. But yeah, the issue that I'm having right now, currently, is that these folks are shooting out here, and I need to see what the hell going on. Uh, I need to see what the hell going on. Um, okay, so the NFL. Let me just go ahead and give you this information. The NFL has just released the times for the games uh for next week. Next week, all of those times were listed as TBA, but now all of those times have been revealed. The Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore will play at 4:30 p.m. On Saturday. Houston and Indianapolis will play on Saturday at 8:15. Atlanta and New Orleans will play Sunday at 1 o'clock. Uh, Tampa Bay and Carolina will play at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Cleveland and Cincinnati will play Sunday at 1 o'clock. Minnesota and Detroit will play Sunday at 1 o'clock. The New York Giants and New England will play at 1 o'clock. Jacksonville and Tennessee will play at 1 o'clock. Uh, the midday games, 4:25 games, Seattle and Arizona, Chicago and Green Bay, Kansas City and the Chargers, Denver and Las Vegas, and the Rams in San Francisco, Dallas and Washington, and my Eagles and the Giants. And the night game will be Buffalo against Miami at 8:20. But as far as today is concerned, I'm upset about all that, so I don't want to read that shit because I'm mad because we lost to the fucking yeah. We don't want to talk about it. That shit sound like it's getting louder and louder. And I don't like it when it gets louder and louder and louder. Right? Um, ultimately, man, yeah, I don't like loud shit. Right? I don't. But, it is what it is. More importantly, it ain't what it ain't. But, like I say, this year has been a hell of a year for me. There's one thing that happened this year that from a legal standpoint, I still can't talk about. But when I am able to talk about it, I most definitely will run my motherfucking mouth. Until then, you got 31 minutes before the new year starts. I'm gonna get off here so I can make sure that I don't get shot. And I want each and every one of y'all to be safe. I saw a video that's out there, and I just want to make sure that I pass this information to each and every one of y'all that was in that video. I want y'all to be out there tonight. I want y'all to have fun. I want you to enjoy yourself. Drink, smoke, do whatever it is that you do. But don't take away from the population. Don't add to the population. Don't end up in the hospital. Don't end up in jail. And if you do end up in jail, learn to protect your booty hole. Y'all take it easy. We out.